4.4 Part 4, Example 2 says the graph y equals sine of x minus pi over 2 over a 1 period interval. So remember our sine parent table. It has a period of 2 pi, so we're going to go 0 to 2 pi. Remember it's halfway, and then halfway between each of those intervals. Alright, sine starts at the origin, and then it's going to go up, and then it's going to come back down, and it's going to end back at 0. Okay, so what is that minus pi over 2 going to do to our graph? It's going to actually move our graph to the right pi over 2. So is that going to affect our x or our y? It's going to affect our x value. Remember, x always says the opposite, so it says minus pi over 2, so we're actually going to add pi over 2. So we're going to take each of our x values here, and we're going to add pi over 2 to them. So first we have 0 plus pi over 2, and then we have pi over 2 plus pi over 2. Remember, if you need to, write it down. So it gives us 2 pi over 2, which is just pi. And then we got pi plus pi over 2. When you add them, you get 3 pi over 2. Then you got 3 pi over 2 plus pi over 2, which is 4 pi over 2. Reduce that. And some of y'all can already see the pattern, so you could continue this, or you can keep going. You can say 2 pi plus pi over 2 equals 5 pi over 2. Remember, in order to add these two here, you needed to find a common denominator, or you needed to use your calculator, put it in without the pi, and then make sure you put pi back into your answer. Okay, we didn't have anything that was going to affect our y values, so they're going to stay the same. And then we're just going to graph this. Remember that our parent table was a full period, so when we do our transformation, that's also going to give us a full period. And we can see that when we graph it here. Let's see. I'm going to let every 2 lines represent a pi over 2. Spread it out a little bit here. I'm going to let every 2 lines represent a 1. Alright, then plot your points. Pi over 2, 0. Pi 1. 3 pi over 2, 0, 2 pi negative 1, and 5 pi over 2, 0. And then just connect your points. And there's your graph of sine of x minus pi over 2.